So I got an adventure plan today. So I'm gonna go to the Great Hannahatchee. So here's the road that we turn on to go to the creek, the Broach Creek we made in the last two videos. And this is 27, and right here you can't see it. It doesn't really say it, but that's the Hannahatchee Creek that goes under that bridge right there. You see all the trees, the way they look right there. See where it goes, the road goes next to it. So I want to get into that creek, so I'm probably going to turn onto that road right there and come down and park off to the side, maybe with my bike rack on the back, make it look like I'm riding a bicycle. I don't think nobody cares walking in the creek, but I'm going to try to park there and get in the creek and walk it down and see if we can get some video. First, I'm going to church. Alright, we went to church, but now it's raining. Good news, we're back into the sunshine. Alright, we're here. There's the Hannahatchee Creek Bridge. This here is Moore Store Road. This is Black Creek here. It goes into Hannahatchee. I might have to get out and look and see if I could. There's a lot of kudzu. I don't know if I could get into this creek right here and follow it down to the Hannahatchee. Let's go look out the bridge. It's at an angle. A lot of rocks. I could get down there too. The main thing is, can I walk in it? Can I hike in it? Very snaky. But if I get down there, I can go to the right and get to the actual Hannahatchee. That's what I need to do. Man, it's sandy. Yeah, we're going down, look. We're going down, look. I got my bike rack on the back, so when I park, it's gonna just look like I'm out riding a bicycle. There's the truck with the bike rack. We gotta try to get down here around all this kudzu. I'm looking at the map, and down there by that last telephone pole is the closest approach to the creek. So I got out of my church clothes, got into my church clothes, and we're gonna go see if we can find evidence of God's creation in the Great Hannahatchee Creek. And we should be able to cut straight in over here. We're gonna have to go through a little bit of jungle. We had to walk about a quarter mile. Let's get to the creek. Got a little bushwhacking. It's probably gonna get thick right before it too. I'm in shorts too. And it's full of thorns. Oh man, it's thick, man. God. Come on. We just gotta bust through this little crust. You just gotta bust through this crust. I shouldn't get snake bit. I'm making tons of noise. Racket. Ow, thorns. Come on. The price you pay. The price must be paid. Come on. We're getting there. Let's open it up a little bit. The things I choose to do. Look for snakes. Seems like where you'd see one, ain't it? The creek's just beyond. Shoot. Good God, thorns on that. Come on. Come on. I feel like something biting me in my sock. I'm looking for snakes. Blocking vines. That creek's got to be right over that little ridge right there. We got to be upon it. It would have been further if I went through that kudzu. Come on. Come on. Well, there's the creek. There it is. Ain't heard nothing rattling at me. Oh. Would have a deer been going down? Sawbriars. I can get them out of the way. Get them out of the way. No. Come on, y'all get over here. And spider webs everywhere. Big spider webs. Here we are. The great Hannahatchee Creek. This is a very beautiful creek. Tell you a little something about it. I've got some previous videos of it. This creek goes all the way from like Richland, Georgia, all the way to the Chattahoochee River down by Omaha. And we like to go in between Louisville and Omaha and put in a bridge there, and you could dig shark teeth out of the ground. But me and my buddy Scott, way on down, we went down one time years ago. The banks rise up, just like these banks right here, but it will be this clay down here at the bottom will be all the way to the top, and you'll be able to walk right up to the wall and pick out dinosaur sea creature bones as well as shark teeth right out of the bank, out of this stuff. But see, we're so high in elevation now, it's probably about 10 miles on this creek that way after it winds. Well, today is July 5th, Sunday. Put in a floating holiday. I think they're gonna let me off probably. My Uncle Gary's coming down. We're gonna try to make that section for y'all and dig some shark teeth. But today, let's head down that way towards the highway. So I got shoes on today because from all the times I've been in the Hannahatchee, I've always known it to have glass and nails and all kinds of crap. And this is a much bigger creek than Broach Creek, the one that I filmed my last video. Much bigger creek. It turns into a raging torrent, but right now the water level is down in all these creeks. But this is immediately deeper than Broach Creek. Of course, Broach Creek probably lets into the Hannahatchee. This is just a combination of a bunch of small creeks. It's not as easy to walk in this either as Broach Creek. Deeper water, deeper sand. Oh yeah, beautiful though. So what I figured we might do, we'll walk down to the bridge where the highway is, and then find a way back up and back around to the truck. So we've probably got about 3/4 of a mile of this to explore till we get there. There's probably enough water in here that a kayak would float. It's way down though. I done learned that lesson one time before about the Hannahatchee. I went from Louisville to Union in a canoe with a big fat dude. This was back in like 1994, and I was like 14 and skinny, and this dude was huge, man. And then there was another canoe with 2 of my other friends in it, and they put me in that canoe, and I was sitting up in the air, man. He was in the back of the canoe was down toward the ground. And he's a big dude, and I swear we got around the curve and it was tree down after tree down after tree down after tree down, and we had to stop and drag the canoe over so many sandbars and over logs. It took us all day, man. We was wore out, tired, starving. It took like 12, 13 hours to go 6 miles. Where the creek winds back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So this looks a little rough through here. But yeah, it's going, especially with the water down, if you try to put a kayak in, you're going to come across a bunch of sandbars, a bunch of trees. Just like this. Maybe this ain't too deep. Shoot. I got stuff in my pockets. I didn't expect it to be this much water. This looks like the place a moccasin would be. Or some fucking alligators. I got Mr. Pew Pew with me, just in case run into any issues. This looks kind of deep. This looks kind of deep, my friends. But it's not. Yeah, I got sand all in my shoes already. Some kind of a claw mark right there. Something came up out of here. Get through the log jam here. Yeah, I was wanting to see. Huh. Mud caved in. Huh. From the wave. I was wanting to see how much water was in this. What we're going to be up against. So, since we're going to try to do a mega traverse, we got 2 more days. As soon as I get the video done, I'll have it up. It'll probably be my next big video. I know it will be. My next non-short but regular video, you know. Raccoon tracks. Boy, I got sand all in my toes. All in my toes. See, a hog's been over here. Where they tore the ground up right there. what we just come through. Yeah, this is the small end of the Hannahatchee. This is what I call the north end, the upstream end. In a couple days, me and Gary's going to be on the downstream end, the wild end. And we'll see if we can walk up it far enough to these, me and Scott, my buddy Scott, found them banks in the 90s, and we haven't been to them since, where the banks rise real high up and you can pick shark teeth right out of the cliff. So we're going to try to legally reach that spot. So stay tuned. But today we're on the north end, the upstream end. I really wish I'd have taken these shoes off, man. I got my little backpack. They're full of sand. I think I'm gonna throw them in the backpack real quick. Screw that. There's no way my shoes are gonna fit in this little backpack. It's like a little camelback, and the zipper's messed up on one side. But I just keep like canned drinks inside it. And move the camera back out. I just keep like canned drinks inside it. Yeah, I just dump the sand down my shoes and put them back on. Continue on. This is somewhere folks don't go. I have taken y'all to somewhere folks just don't go. I am so surprised. I have not seen a snake yet. But I'm watching. I'm looking. Shoot on top of any of these logs, man. These trees, shoot, I'd expect to see them. Well, you come late in the evening, this place is probably alive. There's a little sandbar, gravel in it. If I see airheads laying on top. I would pick one up if I saw one laying on top, but I'm not out here for that. I ain't going in search of them. I ain't got that kind of time anyway. Well, I have before. Not nowadays. I hear the highway. We're getting closer. Looking around for some snakes or some turtles or something. Maybe they hear me coming from a long ways off and see me and they just scatter. Hopefully I don't walk by a branch and get bit in the neck by a snake sitting in the branch. Don Shapoka would not approve. But if I got a good shot of it, he probably would. Only if I got the shot and lived to tell the tale. There's a lot of current through here. A few little deep spots. And get up out of the water real quick. This place has got to be loaded with snakes. Don't you think? It should be loaded with snakes. I should be having to fight them off. I should be having to fight them off. You'd think I'd come up around the curve and find like a group of peccaries in the middle of the dang creek. Possible, probably laying inside. They hear me coming though, they smell me. Guarantee you they smell me downstream. No matter which way the wind's blowing. Something to do with that current flowing downstream. It's probably pulling my thermals downstream faster than I can walk. I hear the highway. But yeah, if y'all like this video, make sure you hit like, subscribe. I do a lot of stuff like this all the time. And next week, there's going to be an even bigger video of this creek on the south end, the wild end. Deeper, more current. Alligators, possibly. I doubt they are up here. Maybe small ones. Could be. They fucking could be. They fucking could be. Could be big ones up here. I doubt it though, because there's probably not big fish up here. But there's them deer. Man, me and my Uncle Gary were talking the other day. Back in the 90s, a long time ago. Saw private land and posted and everything now, and you can't do it no more. But back then, kind of could. We went out and walked. We used to walk around Grass Creek to the channel of the Chattahoochee River. And one time the water level was down, and you could see marks in the sand where like alligator had dug out a spot in water about this deep so he could set lower and underwater, but he would be close to the shore. And that you could see where he lunged, grabbed something and drug it, and you would see deer hair going all the way out to the channel of the water where he drug a deer down in the water. And you could see where they struggled, all of that. And we saw that about 15 to 20 times in like a 3-mile coast of the river out there that we walked. I mean, so it was, that's my waves. See that? Making my waves, making it collapse. But yeah, they apparently take a lot of deer out there. Well, this was back in the 90s though, because I think back in the late 90s, I don't think they had opened up hunting on alligators yet. They still considered them protected. And they were really big ones out there. Old ones, young ones, they were full of alligators. I see a lot of alligators now, but not as big, and it's not the same. I've heard of people say they've seen alligators in this creek. However, I have not. So until I do, I mean, then it's not. I think coyote is fresh. He just ran up through there. Yeah, probably all the animals around probably hang out in this thing during the day. If I had a little kayak and was creeping downstream, you'd probably sneak up on hogs and deer. But it's time, folks. I gotta put the phone away real quick, take off my shoes and dump out the sand. Vines, do your little swing out there and cannonball. Not deep enough. Thought I heard something behind me. Yeah, you know me, I don't like to turn around. So I'm gonna have to find a way up this. Back up to the road to where I can walk back to my truck. I can do it. I go up right there or something. Like I did earlier, all that bushwhacking. I can go through some stuff. This best place to go up would be under the bridge. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I go under the bridge, climb right up there. Like ravine right there. What if there's a coyote den in it? It's washing out. We'll check out the other one. I'm almost tempted to kayak down this one day. It'd be a big undertaking because you got to park a vehicle at the other end. And then you probably need to plan to camp overnight because it's so far. You'll run into so many trees across. You might end up dragging it. The water's really down too far to do that. It needs to rain some more. Because it's barely over my ankles. It needs to rain some more. Some type of little tracks. I don't know what those are. Maybe raccoon. 2 or 3 of them. There's Black Creek. Maybe I can walk back up Black Creek and get closer to my truck. I might ought to do that. That's exactly where it goes. Yeah, it's like the deepest part right here. Yeah, that's the Hannahatchee, and that's Black Creek. And that's the Hannahatchee. The Black Hannahatchee. Yeah, I think going over there and going up under the bridge is going to be my best bet. Oh, look, I entered Black Creek. Ooh, and the water is like 20 degrees cooler. Freaking swear. This water's cold compared to the Hannahatchee. Hannahatchee was warm. And this is crystal clear too. Crystal clear. I'm kind of sinking in the sand though. Hope I don't fall into an underground stream. I'm gonna drop every damn thing and start swimming. Y'all won't get no video then. Might not ever get no more videos. God, I'm sinking too. Shit. Ooh. I have to learn to not be weirded out by this. There's that one that me and Gary are going on. It's gonna be a mega traverse. So yeah, shit, if I go up that way, I can go up the side and come up on the road. That way it's gonna be snaky and get thinner. Whew. All right, now, Black Creek smells like sewage. I just caught a little whiff of some sewage, I swear. It looks like a, what does it look like? Oh shit, I'm sinking. It looks like a black widow. It is a black widow. It is a black widow. Right there. Ah. All right. Shit. Try to get up this shit. My shoes are full of sand. Nothing I can do about it though. Oh, this shit is slick, man.
Alright, made it up. I never got the sand out of my shoes again, so I guess we're going with it. Look for snakes. Since I gotta walk over all this crap. Hopefully there's no bees in here either. I should go to the corner right there. Too many vines on that side. Technically, I should be able to pull myself up right in that fucking corner. Whoa, whoa, shit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The rocks are moving. Oh, shit. That's all right. Hey, talking to myself, that's all right. That's all right. We don't see no wasp yet. These spider webs. How can I get around that? Go down to go around. Oh, shit. Oh. That rock about took my shoe. We're leaving the struggle in here. We're trying to show you everything. Shit. There's the road. You know what that means? Like and subscribe, folks. Appreciate y'all watching.